Before I will start my presentation, I want to thank Alejandro for his example of Campanella society. Yes, this is a fiction that can be a reality. And people sometimes react it like it is a reality. For example, several days ago I had a discussion with my colleague on the question of ideal society of Plato, ideal republic. And the talk started from his point that Plato was fascist. Like, he made his first statement, which was like a fascist statement or something like this. And it was so interesting. Huh?
It was Jan Revchuk?
No. So, and it was very interesting because there was no republic which were Platonic. It was just an ideal society, yes? But we are reacting on this ideal society like it is established, yes? So it's great. It was a great idea, and I hope we will have discussion on this topic. So.
But if this society be exemplified, Plato would be a fascist.
The problem is that this society cannot be established. So
Plato's republic cannot be established.
No, it cannot be established because I mean it's just an ideal. Several people were trying to make this ideal to come true, but it was impossible because many authorities were against it. So,
okay.
no. Platonopolis, this
But
idea
are
of
you saying that
Platonopolis
it could not be enforced, could not come into being because Plato's idols, Plato's ideas are precisely by definition something that cannot be realized.
Yeah, and this is the main feature, this is the main difficulty in this theory. And actually I will be talking about this, about Platonic ideas, but I will talk about that, Platonic ideas or forms at the end of my presentation. I will start from Tarkovsky, and then I will go to Florensky, and then I will stop on Platonism. Maybe I will say something about Soviet. Several of my colleagues heard my presentation before, and this presentation, I mean in Russian, and this presentation slightly different, so I hope something will be interesting for them too. I will be talking about worlds in Tarkovsky's films because there are differences in we can see the difference in early films and later films. And we will talk about transcendent and immanent worlds which we can find in his movies, about Platonism, several of investigators showing that his structure is strictly Platonic. And also we will recollect the idea of symbol as a frontier, as a limit. No, it's better to say that it's a frontier between two realities. It is very interesting notion, it is very interesting concept, I mean symbol, because Platonic symbol and the symbol as, like in Florensky, for example, is the very difficult, I suppose, thing, because you always have to discuss this concept with people. I will start from several citations which you have in this small handout. So we will start from the idea, the question of Tarkovsky: why is art? What form? And this question is why it is important, because in this question Tarkovsky he puts in this question his ideal of art and the ideal of his work and life. And I will also read. So, why does art exist? Indeed, does anybody need it? By means of art, man takes over reality through a subjective experience. In science, man's knowledge of the world makes its way up an endless staircase and is successfully replaced by new knowledge, with one discovery often enough being disproved by the next for the sake of a particular objective truth. An artistic discovery occurs each time as a new and unique image of the world, a hieroglyphic of absolute truth. It appears as a revelation, as a momentary, a passionate wish to grasp intuitively and at a stroke all the laws of this world, its beauty and ugliness, its compassion and cruelty, its infinity and its limitations. The artist expresses those things by creating the image, sui generis detector of the absolute. Through the image is sustained an awareness of the infinite, the eternal, within the finite, the spiritual within matter, the limitless given form. The idea of Tarkovsky, as we see, is to express the absoluteness which is inherited in the world, or the art as a transference to the absolute. So this is his understanding of art and his motivation in life. So he using the form of art to speak about the absolute. Of course, here is some his Christian roots, and he is trying to express them in his films. By the way, Pavel Florensky, who in his iconostasis also think in this manner. Any instance of fine art, such as a painting, reaches its goal, then it carries the viewer beyond the limitation of empirically seen colors on canvas into a specific reality. For a painting shares with an all-symbolic world the basic ontological characteristic of seeing to be which it symbolizes. An icon reaches its goal, then it leads our consciousness out into the spiritual realm, where we behold mysterious and supernatural visions. So art, kind of art Florensky is talking about is icon. So actually Tarkovsky often cites Florensky, so it is logically understood if we will go onto this path. And I'm starting to talk about the worlds. Tarkovsky have different kinds of worlds in his films. For example, in Solaris, he's having two kinds of worlds, but they are inherited in the world reality, in one reality. So the reality of human experience and the reality of Solaris is like the same reality, because we can characters of the film knows that Solaris somewhere, knows that Solaris somehow do something with their mind, with their consciousness. So we can say that we have two worlds in Tarkovsky Solaris, one real world, one possible world, but they are in the same bigger world. So we can say that worlds here are immanent. We can say that world of Solaris is transcendental, and also we can say that dreams in this film also transcendental. So it's like a Kantian idea. It differs from Platonic idea. Yes, I will show it later. Or for example, Stalker. What do we have here? The idea of another Platonic world is more distinctive. On the first picture, we see the real world before going into a zone. Second picture is the zone itself. We see the bright colors and all this stuff because Stalker understands zone as a real reality, more real than our reality, how can I say, where we live, yes? The idea of a zone is in that meteorite, yeah? Am I right?
Meteor.
Meteor. Yeah, okay. So, like, meteor have gone into an earth and did something. Something were broken, or I don't know what. No one knows what happened, but this place on earth started to be different, just different, very different from other things in the world. And no one are in this place except several stalkers, special people who leads other people to go there to show something. And this place is very interesting because the zone is have another feature of in compare with our reality. Zone is like supernatural reality for other people, because it have another laws in itself, inside, which are differ from our reality. And this idea is very interesting. Why? Because zone have its own character. If you are going through, you have to take in your mind that zone will react on you personally. And you have to understand how to live in zone, not to react in badly. If you are a bad person, so zone will react on you badly. So this is the idea. And the problem here is that zone is depicted like something supernatural, but we have forgot that that many thousand years ago our reality also were supernatural, with supernatural ideas of trees and animals and all these things. So ancient people understood reality as something which have its supernatural idea. In this world, the world is something very natural. And then they came to zone. They started to understand the world like it is alive, like a person, like something, I don't know, with different features. Yeah. But difference from the later films here is that also the structure is like this is the world and two worlds inside. Zone, supernatural world, and natural world, something like this. And in the sacrifice, there's another idea. The idea that here is the world, and somewhere is God, maybe. We don't know. We don't have here this supernatural reality, distinctive supernatural reality. We just don't have it in this film. And we can only feel it or have faith in it. This image is the image of faith, вера, правильно? So it's a difficult, it's different kind of idea here, because the plot of the sacrifice just several words because I don't have a lot of time, and I've already 18 minutes. The idea here is that on the man's jubilee, all his family came to his house, and something happens because spokesman on the television started to say that, like, we have several parts, in several parts of the earth we have nuclear weapon that can be like broken, and something can happen, so be strong and be patient and something like this. Of course, his wife starting to cry and do everything. And what the hero do? Hero realizes that in the edge of crisis, of the catastrophe, of the nuclear catastrophe, he can do nothing but pray. and he's praying to God, and he's praying, saying that if you save the world, I will leave my family, I will leave everything which is valuable for me. So at the end, the world is safe. We don't know why. Was it God idea, God hand, or was all this crisis, all this waiting for a catastrophe, his own ideas, his own sick ideas? We don't know. But this tree is like a symbol of this faith, of this reality, different reality, which is not here, but somewhere very far. And because this tree is from the story, the main character told his son the story that ancient monk started to water the dead tree, thinking that it can rebirth. And after many years, he watered this tree. It had blossom. It had flowers on it. So this idea is about this Platonic reality, which is outside of our world, and this Platonic reality, these ideas, transcendent ideas, which is not in our reality, but this kind of symbols can be like the symbols of this reality. So this tree, or this, he burned his house, of course, so, as he promised. So this Platonic reality, going to Florensky, and I will stop here actually, because I don't have a time. So this Platonic reality, and Tarkovsky also mentioned Florensky. So this Platonic reality means, as Florensky is saying, that icon is the presence of a saint. So it's like a saint itself. So it's not the sign of the saint, but it's the saint itself, and it's impossible for us to see him because we have some problems in understanding transcendent reality. So the idea of Platonism in Tarkovsky is this inherited Platonism in him, that he's that we in the world we don't have the real material presence of another world, but something which is symbolizes. So we can try to think about it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.